everybody. There's old Bubba. Hey, Bubba. What's up, brother? Thought I'd pop on here and see what's going on. Try to maybe wait for... Oh, Lord, I got to get my thing off. All right, I had to... Soon as I saw Bubba pop up there, I knew I need to get my... turn my Bluetooth off. Can you hear me, Bubba? Hello? Can you hear me? Okay, good. I can't hear myself. I don't know how to get myself live on my thing here. Maybe I can go to the studio. There it is. If I can click on that. Well, I don't know how to see. How do I watch myself on the computer? Is there a way to do that? There it is. There I am. Okay. Now let's see if I can get some volume. Hey, Big John, how you doing, brother? I'm trying to figure out how I can't see the chat. Show chat replay. I don't really know what I'm doing, Big John. Hey, Spencer. I'm on the. Y'all gotta hold on, man. I got somebody at the door. Y'all hold on. I'll be right back. Hey, Kitty, hold on. Got all these people in here, and I'm having to get up and answer the door. Anyway, I don't think what I'm watching is what I. Maybe that's it. Let me see. There it is. Now I'm going. Maybe that's it. Let me see. There it is. Now I'm going. Maybe that's it. Let me see. There it is. Now I'm going. Maybe that's it. Let me see. All right. Now I can see the chat at least. Okay. Hey, Kenny Randolph. I'm lagging. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see. Got to turn this off. Let's see. There got to be some way for me to. Anyway, it don't matter. Let's see. Trying something new there. Yeah. Well, I mean, I've done a couple of lives, but I've never done a pop up like this just to see what everybody's doing. Oh, we got 19 folks in here. Lord have mercy. Hey, everybody. Y'all let me know who you are. Where you at? What's going on? If you are watching your live on your computer, it will be behind what you're doing. Okay. Well, I realize that now, Bubba. I turned it down, so I'm just going. I mean, I'm talking to y'all, and y'all can hear me, obviously, because you're responding to me. So, but that's good. I can read the chat on my phone, and I've seen. Of course, I've seen you, nephew. I've seen you do these little pop-up live, doing your live rambles, and I see Stan do it, and so I did it just because I'm one of them kind of guys, and I like to try new stuff, and don't really have a. Well, I do. I had a whatnot. Not a whatnot. A eBay knife come in today, and pretty cool. Hey, Callie Rice, how you doing? Doing pretty good. I had a little knife, and I'm a big fan of the gun stock pattern, and that's a. I really don't know the much history behind the gun stock pattern. Maybe before I do a live about it, maybe I should get in there and do a little research on it. But last week I was thumbing through my saved items, and this little knife popped up. Okay, now I don't know if y'all can see that, but it says it's a Bear Creek on the shield right there, and this is it's made in Kingsport. Hey, OG, how you doing, brother? We have Knife Tuber royalty in the house, guys. Okay, Knox. Anyway, this little gun stock popped up on my feed. It's one of the brands that I watch, and that's how I had it listed. It's got a spear point, and K-Knox knows about this. This is Kingsport, Tennessee. All right, I don't know if I can get that tang stamp in there, but it's a Bear Creek, and surgical steel on it says Taylor Cutlery, and that says Kingsport, Tennessee. So, but if you'll look right there, and you can just barely see it right here, it says Japan. Okay, see that JAL? So this knife, and I like Japanese. Oh wow, you got an electrician? Okay, at your work. K Knox, you're working. But anyway, it's got a spear point blade, highly polished. Whoever owned this knife before me, now it did have a little locker rot, what I call locker rot, just where it sits there and gets dingy. So I gave it a good sunshine cloth going over, and got half stops. It's just a great little knife. Well, there comes old Milo. Old Milo done checked into the room. Anyway, Ken, best way to eat an Oreo. And I have no idea what that is, but it needs to go away. Working on hydraulics. Wait, okay. I got that. I understand that, man. That factory work. Man. I waited 2.5 hours one time for our electrician to take a lockout off of a motor we were trying to run. It was a debarker, and we were trying to get the feed line to work. and couldn't get the couldn't electrician must have been taking a nap because it like I say, we waited a minute to get that going. Anyway, if anybody ever worked in a factory where you got union guys, you'll know what I'm talking about. But anyway, that's the one I picked up today, and I got a few of these. Now this one is in green micarta. Okay, this is a Rough Rider Reserve, and it's actually a lockback. It's single blade, has a spear point. And it's a locker. I hear you. I hear you, man. They got their own schedule, but that's a very prominent gun stock right there. But just a beautiful dive. Now I did a trade. Drew, hey brother, how you doing, Drew? You all right? Yeah, man. I just got a little pop up going on. I'm not really bored. I just got a knife in that, kind of one of them patterns I really like. And so I figured I'd get on here and talk about them. What y'all toting? That's great, Drew. That's great. Now I just this is where I got my eBay store up running. My Barlow Brigade Blades eBay store, and this is where I sit whenever I'm putting taking pictures and listing things. And now I know my boy Bubba got a bad case of trappertosis. There you go, Bubba. Rosegrass peanut. Hey, I'll tell you what, man. That stag peanut, something else. And if I carry a peanut, it's gonna be a single blade. I'm just not into the. To me, a knife that small shouldn't have two blades because it's too thick in your pocket. But look right there. You like that color, Bubba? I know you ain't much of it. I guess that's blue green. That'd probably be one of them schools you don't like too much down there in Florida. I got the single blade blue. I think the peanut was a limited edition. The stag one. Not that I know anything about Rosecraft blades. It is, Bubba. It is. But it's one of them brands, that a lot of people frown on. But this is the good stuff. Comes in the blue box. Some of y'all know. Thank you, Miss Kelly. Some of the guys out there, the old black box, frost cutlery. Some of them ain't too good, but I got a chance to get 6 or 7 of these recently, and I figured I'd list them on my store. There's one in here, if I can find it. Now, y'all know I love my Remingtons. Got some wire twist here now. Got to run. All right. Okay, K-Knox. Appreciate you stopping by. I might have a little something headed your way. Now, this is like a Remington, that small Remington trapper they got. But it's a Frost. But it's got that anniversary shield in it. If I can get that in there. Kind of hard. I can't really see what I'm doing on this thing, but got the anniversary shield. Got the wire twister, yeah. Anyway, got that. I mean, that's a nice looking little trapper right there, Bubba. Boo! Look at that. Hey, KO. Y'all look at it. That's KO, man. KO is he does a lot of lives, and mainly sharpening knives, and I do have one cold knife, Kelly. It's a peanut. I'm not a peanut. It's a small toothpick. But it's a little one. You doing all right, KO? I bought some knives from KO, man. KO's got it going on. If y'all ever get in his lives and he shows something and wants to sell y'all something, y'all need to get in there. Hasa Baka. I don't know you, sir. How you doing? Oh, it's all good. It's all good, KO. A lot of times I'll come in there, and if you're concentrating, I don't even say nothing because I know sometimes I get to concentrate and somebody messes with me. I have to pull up and just think about what they're talking about as opposed to what I'm trying to do. Get a rest. Do you see? Can you see? Okay. I only have one, and I'm not sure where it's at. It's probably put up. I'm just a dude. Wrong. The answer was, yeah, I'm streaming later. Well, I don't know what that means. I'm just a dude, but hey, just a dude. All right, everybody. Y'all already know. LBL Knife Show. Get in there. Get in there and get real. I'm just a dude. Hey, just a dude. Do I know you? Have I seen you in some other lives or? Okay. Well, I don't know where I see you yet, but howdy. Yeah, I wasn't really bored. Oh, okay. I hear you. I see you, KO. I'll tell Billy Ray and Seth that you said hello, Miss Kelly. Okay, yeah, okay. Well, old G-Man, he's something else. I wish he'd pop up here. If I had some way to text him, I'd text him and tell him that. Cool Rough Rider. Which Rough Rider are we talking about? Oh, this one right here? Thank you. America. All about America. Yeah, it's Rough Rider Reserve, man. A lot of people, they shun the Rough Riders, but these Rough Rider Reserves, they're made in the same factory that Rosecraft blades are made in. Y'all look at the fit and finish on that sun gun. You don't see no gaps on that one. That's the real deal. Yeah, I don't know why, and Drew, I said this, I don't know if you were in here or not, but that's a pattern I need to do some research on. Hey, Trace, the gun stock pattern is something I haven't. Do you EDC a barlow? Today? Today I have this is the club knife from, we have, I Just Wish America had traditional, had fit and finish, the Rough Riders. There you go. Today the barlow I'm carrying it's a 4-inch Baron Son, and this is it's the club knife for the Deep South Knife Club, and this is, it's actually numbered. They let me pick out my birth year. You can see, I can get it in there. You see right there, it says number 56, which is my birth year. And this is the Baron Son 4-inch sheep foot barlow. Got that gold tone, got the brass bolster, got that beautiful stack. Y'all look at that. And that's the pile size. Look at the show size. Y'all look at the grooves in that, man. You can plant some corn in that. All right, Bubba. Good luck, man. Is your football team winning? But anyway, that's the barlow that I'm carrying today. And, of course, today is Stagger Day. So I got carrying a trapper. Got that in a Stephen Jeffries slip. This is a Stag. This is a Steel Warrior. Yes, Bear & Son is USA made. And Drew, I highly suggest you contact that knife. You can get in Stag from Billy Ray Bond down at Deep South Cutlery. Contact me and I'll give you all the phone number, tell you who to talk to and all that. But this is a Steel Warrior in Stag. Beautiful knife. Look at the corn rust. Look at the rows on that sun gun. You plant taters in that one. Anyway, just a beautiful trapper. Do you carry a pen, medical, or anything else? I have. I carry oh shoot, what's the little silver zebra? Carry one of those with a .7 barrel, and then I have a Olight. One of their little mechanical. Got the pencil on one end and the pen on the other end. Have one of those that I carry pretty regular. Medical. The only thing I carry medical is I have a constant glucose monitor. Being 70 years old, I have my sugar's not good, so I carry a constant glucose monitor. I have a sensor that I have to install, and it monitors my sugar for me constantly. All right, the last thing I'm toting, I got 3 knives today, is the Rosecraft blades. This is a Loosahatchee Jack. Now I call that a Barlow at my house. But I'm not gonna argue with Andy Armstrong about what this pattern is. If he says it's a jackknife, well, it's a jackknife. But I got this in the second sale, and it had I gotta look for it. It had one little bitty crack right there by that pin. I stabilized that with some real good glue. I do have razor knives, Callie, a lot of them. That's probably one of my other favorite patterns. I know a little bit about the razor knife. I can tell you the whole history on that one. Anyway, I'm all over the place here. Got 13 folks in here. Everybody holler. What y'all toting? What you got? What you doing? Y'all talking about Rough Rider. How about a little Rough Rider gun stock in red bone? Some of these been sitting in the locker. I do have several blue knives, Miss Callie. Probably going to carry the Sabenza, the Para 3, good choice, and maybe something else. I always put I'm kind of like you, KO, except I'm backwards. I carry traditional pocket knives, and then like today, don't you give me no grief, KO. I got a Gonzo. So it's like a little small Gonzo. The reason I like the Gonzo knife is they don't carry on about being this is obviously a Spyderco knockoff or a clone or whatever you want to call it. I don't have any John Deere knives. Copy of a Delica. There you go. I don't even know all them patterns. But it's a 440C stainless steel, probably one of the sharpest knives I've ever pulled out of a package. And I have several of these Gonzos, and I can't afford. I'm just a Winkler belt knife in maple. I carry a Statler 9.25. Okay, ink pen, and I'm trying to get a Pineapple MK2 in titanium. Okay. But anyway, it's just I always carry a because I'm a knife guy. I don't know how to explain it to you. But anyway, let's get back to my gun stocks. I got a few of these I'm gonna go through. Most of them are Rough Rider. Calhoun, how you doing, brother? Brother Nate. I'm packing a red bone cheetah today. There you go. That's money. That's money right there. It's a money thing. It's not really a money thing because I can save up and buy whatever I want. It's just, I'm not going to buy a $300 Jack Wolf, the next thing that came out of the pile, or a GEC. Now I would love to have a GEC just to say I had one, or just to just to own one, I guess. But I don't. I'm not. If I save $300, I mean I can buy 10 knives for that. Good knives, even case knives. The Delica. I mean, and I think that's what you meant that this was a copy of. I've got a Tenacious. I got a Resilience. I've got a pair of 3, camo. So I mean, I've got the higher end Spydercos, but they're not. They're. I've got them in my thing. I got them in my thing. But anyway, there's the red bone AB Jim. I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing real good. I was sitting in there. I got a new knife in today off of eBay. And it's gun stock. So I figured I'd go through that's a Japanese-made Taylor that I got in. So I was just showing a few of my gun stocks. I mean, I didn't have nothing else to get on here and talk about. Y'all didn't want to hear me talk about listing stuff on my eBay store, so I got on here and talked about what I had. An eBay knife, it is. Sometimes you never know I don't know whether this came out of an estate sale. I never bought from this buyer before, but this thing was clean. I'm talking about it. It's gonna be a pleasure to have this one in my collection. It's clean. It's very well kept, and I like it. Now, and I had a spot for it in my folder because this one right here I traded. The only reason I even have it out this quick is to show y'all because it'd be gone Monday. Let's see what else we got over here. There you go. Here's something a little different for y'all. How about this is a Caliber brand. Okay? That's a Frost Cutlery. 2-bladed gun stock. Let me get y'all. Look at that. That's some pretty orange bone right there. I don't care who you are. Man, that thing goes pretty. Thank you, Big John. Thank you. I need to do a trade, Big Jim knife in my collection. Okay, now, hit me up now. I don't. The reason I haven't sent you anything is because, brother, what am I gonna send you? I mean, I probably got something we can trade. But man, I see you put up them, open up one of them drawers, man, and you have man, you toting a dang cheetah. Come on. Look there. Tommy boy, get in there. Trace Hill. Yeah, this is a budget knife. Now, I've got the sister or the brother to this knife listed in my eBay store. It's a Stockman. It's the exact same bone as this one, except it's a Stockman. Probably like a 30, help me, Calhoun, 33 pattern Stockman case. It's probably that size. I don't know where it's at. Well, we might get lucky. We did. We got real lucky. Here it is right here. And that's exactly what it is. All right, now here's the one that I just showed y'all. All right. Now, this Stockman right here, same thing, Caliber brand. It's got let me find it. See, it's got that Caliber shield in it. All right, but it's a Stockman, and it's not like an 18 pattern. It's bigger than that. But it's brand new. I got it listed in my store for about $14, $15. I don't know. Wait a minute. It's when my boy HT would say, "Y'all hear that acoustics? Y'all ready?" Anyway, that's in the store. Well, Tommy boy, go to my eBay store and look in there. And if you see something you want to trade for, hit me up. Man, hit me up. I ain't above it. Anyway, the only thing I'm just gonna show y'all that's the main blade is a pin blade or a drop point. It also has a pin blade. Little sexy little cutter, that little box opener. Great snap. Great snap. Let's see what's next. How about a Rough Rider long rifle gun stock? That's in smooth red bone. Same configuration. This is got the etching on the blade. Got your spear point. Got a little locker snot on it. That's okay. Ain't nothing but a thing. Great half stop. Great snap. Well, I know I can open it. Got that long match strike on the let's see what we got here. Calhoun, I have been collecting knives since I was a kid. I think I have a reputation as just a nice old rare. Not true. An old worn out Camillus gets me just. Oh, I hear you. I hear you, Nate. I'm the same way. I bought 2 or 3 case knives that were Parks knives from off the Deep South auction the other night, and I'll probably take the one I wanted was a jackknife. I think it's I want to say a 50. I don't know, maybe a 34 pattern jackknife, and I'm gonna make a single blade out of it. And but that's just, that's how I would rather buy. I bought an old a 47 pattern, one dot, 1979 Stockman that had a broke tip. A broke blade. It was broke half off. I just made it into a Warncliffe. But it's beautiful. It's old, pretty bone case knife. If you go to my channel description, Tommy boy, and there's a link right there, and you click on that, and it'll take you to Barlow Brigade Blades. It's actually my name on there is Jim's Good Stuff 2, but if you go to eBay and look up, search sellers and put Barlow Brigade Blades in there, you should be able to find it. All right, how about green Appaloosa bone? All right, Drew, thanks for stopping by, brother. Like I say, this is just a spur of the moment little pop-up. This is the same as that red bone I got, except it's got the Appaloosa bone. Or that's what I call it. Green. Same blade configuration. That 3 or 4 of these knives are the same. Jim, did I get? Yeah, I do have your sticker, Nate, and whenever, I've gone through 3 shows here in the last month, And I'm stickered out. I've got a list, probably about 10 folks I got to send stickers to. But anyway, there's your Rough Rider Green Appaloosa Bone Coke bottle. And I think I got one more, and it might be the prettiest. I'm gonna give it a rub before I show that to you. Oh yeah, Nate. I've been watching. When Billy Preacher brought that collection from you, man. Now this is all right, brother. I'll try to retaliate or reciprocate. Now this is old school right here. Y'all see that U stamp, and that's a R. This is a RIDER. This is where it's got the always sharp on the blade. But that's mother of pearl. Pretty nice. Just a pretty nice. I love this pattern. Like I say, I need to do some research on this. Well, that's about all of them I got. Like I say, I just was bored and well, not really bored. I mean, I can sit there and watch football, or I'd rather get on here and chop it up with y'all. Gun stocks have always been one of. Well, mine too. I had a collection. I've been collecting since the '70s, and most of my collection got wiped out, and there's a whole story behind that, but that don't matter. But anyway, a lot of the knives that I had were gone, and I've been rebuilding. A lot of them weren't gone, But that's all good. All good in a bag of worms. All right, who's all going to Ellerville? Whoop. Who's going? Nate, you going to Ellerville? Kevin Bentley, man, what a person. What a guy. Got a special show I'm going to do whenever week before the show. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what else I can show y'all. Oh, Miss Kelly said something about razor knives. How about a how about a Japanese-made black? Pretty sure that's buffalo. Now I've done a modification on that, so I always enhance the razor. This is an OG. This is very, very old frost. Very old. I got 2 of these in. I sent one of these to K-Knox. Soligen steel. Little razor knife, y'all. Here's one y'all might like. Now, I ain't done that. I ain't cut on this one. Y'all look at that Appaloosa bone. That's a Parker. Barely can't see it, but I got the double eagle, double eagle on the blade there, but it's about gone. It's one of these Japanese made ones. Let's see, we go. I'll even go. I know this is where this was made. Almost the same knife as that Parker. Japanese. Y'all, I hope y'all sitting down. I think Appaloosa bone is, yeah, it is. There, I think when they do the Appaloosa bone, the green, the red, the roses, the color like that. I don't think they leave it in the dye very long. I think the bone absorbs the dye at different rates in different places. Hey Ted, man, look there. Y'all, they ain't a finer fella in the world right there, no Ted. Ted Hart is just unbelievable. He sniped me last night. Oh, Ted Hart sniped me on whatnot last night. You know what? Anybody else, I probably would have made a comment. But Ted, you know me, man. If I'd have sniped you and didn't realize it, I'd probably just send it to you. Oh, I got your box. I got your box packed up. The first place winner prize it's packed up. I just got to get it to the post office. My check came in finally, so of course the funds won't be available until Monday. But I got your winning box, and let's see. Me and Ted got a little code. There might be a little something in there. Just saying. Anyway, now I'm gonna show you the tang stamp on this one is pretty unique, guys. Look at that long pull. I love that long pull, boy. I love that. But y'all look at this tang stamp. Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Y'all see that? Now I was very fortunate here recently. I found a folding hunter, and the part number is 1. Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and the part number is 1. I think it's like DB1 or something like that, and it's old. And it obviously was a Pakistani-made knife, but it's probably one of the first folding hunters. I'm gonna try to send some pictures of it to Smokey and get them to. This is definitely made in Japan. It says right. Look at that. Look at the shine on that blade. See old Big Jim in there? But this is definitely made in Japan. It's got the part number. I think it says 1210 SB, made in Japan. All right. I don't know what else to talk about, y'all. I was sick for a year. I was sick for a year after that. Oh, I hear you. I'm sick most of the time, Nate. I don't know. That's the problem me and Brother Rex have. I've pointed this out several times. One of us is crippled, and one of us is crazy. But every time we figure out that he's crippled and I'm crazy, then he says something, and then I say, "No, man, that's crazy." And he says, "Well, then that means you're crippled." So we can't ever figure it out. We're going to get some help, I think, because I think we're going to start a podcast and call it Crippling Crazy. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Y'all want me to dig something else out of this folder? If somebody can name a pattern, I got one side of it open. Somebody can name a pattern in this folder right here, I'll pull it out and show it to y'all. Any suggestions? Brother Ted? Congress, look at that. Bingo! You sitting down? I know y'all gonna get tired of looking at Rough Rider, but look at that. Hoo-wee! It's the big boy. It's like an 88. Now y'all gonna have to hold on because Congress will cut you. Congress will cut you quicker than any other pattern there is. But I can do it. But I understand the process, which is don't get cut. Oh, I love, hey man, me too. And if you're a whittler, of course, that's the reason for the Congress pattern. Uh, Everybody says it's because of the knives meet, the blades meet in the middle, that they're meeting like a group of congressmen. But that's really not it. The reason they call it a Congress is because when this pattern was developed, everybody in Congress was a country boy. You know, they were cotton growers. They were plantation owners, and they even started keeping pieces of wood in Congress so they would quit whittling on the furniture. So some history, some lore, they say that I don't want this thing to get me, and I know that it might. Anyway, I got it, I hope. Anyway, this is blue and abalone. Some kind of blue, whatever it is. But you got your sheep foot blade, you got your pin blade, you got your coping blade, and you got a coping blade. That's normally on a like a whittler, like a sway back whittler. So there's you got the sheep foot over here, you got the spear point over here, you got your so this has any whittler. Anybody that likes to whittle, this knife right here has you covered. You can whittle just about anything with that, and it's a big one. That thing's 4.25 inches long, and it's a Rough Rider. There's a lot of people don't like that R on the bolster. And we got into a pretty good discussion, and I have a friend that lives in Arkansas, and he's got Brian Wilholt on speed dial, and I just traded a red S price for a 3-blade Congress. Ooh, a 52, yeah. That's the medium stock, man. That's a good one. 53.052, huh? That's unusual. 3-bladed. I'll be darned. I bet it is. What kind of covers does it have, Nate? But anyway, Mr. Wilholt said that they were when they first, they didn't have that R on there for a long time, but and people always wondered about the little line underneath it. Well, that was because first 3-blade I've seen in stag. Okay, that's supposed to represent a branding iron, and Mr. Wilholt said that that Brian Pipes was trying to have he wanted some way to mark their knives different from other people, so he did it like a brand, and that's what the bottom part of that. Some people say it's an R sitting on a T. Well, no, it's actually a burn line from underneath a brand. They looked up some brands, and that's what they came up with. But anyway, very interesting pattern. The Congress knife. There's a lot of, it's like the razor knife. There's a lot of lore that goes along with this pattern. Very, just a great man. I like I say, I catch a lot of snot with China-made knives, but don't buy them. That's more for me. And I guess since we're in that side of the folder, I'm gonna do it to y'all one more time. Then we're probably gonna move on, man. It might be time for me. I got my guy that helps me around the house here. He showed up. I put him out there on the blower and get the driveway cleaned up. No, not really, but he's a good kid. Him and my boy was They was youngins together. They both growed up now, but y'all look here. Long rifle, and that's brown bone. That's your old muskrat. And you'll see that this is the Rough Rider. It's the older one. It's before the red one came out. That's Rough Rider with an eye. I got a lot of these. I got a lot of Rough Riders. I ain't gonna lie to you none whatsoever. 440 sharp. Anyway, it comes in a 10, all that stuff. But y'all listen. Like me a muskrat. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else in here I just can't live without. I'm going to show this one because this is a pattern that I really, I've carried this one a bunch. This is from the Carbon 2 series. That's black micarta. Y'all can see how worn that thing is? Now, I cleaned this up and got all the thinner off of it before I put it in the folder. I didn't retire it, but it ain't been carried in a minute. But I love a half hawk. Well, how about this? I love anything that's sway back. See how it's got that sway back? Loom fixer. Anything. I love any kind of a sway back knife. I just think it's cool. Fits my hand well. But I love a half hawk. Now this, there's a lot of controversy about this blade. You got a ram's foot, a sheep's foot, and a lamb's foot. Now, I call this a ram's foot. And the reason I call it that is because the blade gets wider as it gets to the tip. A sheep's foot, and I'll give y'all a little demo of what I'm talking about. This blade is the same width all the way down. This one gets wider. See how it starts right here narrow, and it gets narrower and wider as it gets to the tip. Now, a lamb's foot will actually get smaller. Okay? I'm sorry. Ram's foot, sheep foot, a lamb foot. You got to think of what size the animals are. Lamb, sheep, ram. Anyway, and beautiful knife. Just a beautiful knife. I polished it all back up before I put it back in my little folder over here. I got this in tortoise shell. Got it in denim micarta. But I like these carbon. I like anything. I love carbon steel. And sometimes, did you get any of those knives that I sold on Deep South? There was some. And just being totally truthful, most of that stuff way above my pay grade. Not that I didn't want them, and not that I didn't. And I may have picked up one trapper. Of course. When I go down to Deep South, it's a blur. I walk in the door, and they got one room off to the right, and it's got all the 70s, 80s, 90s. Brother Seth's elephant toes in there. The buck knife, the folders are in there. They got two of their big walking cases of brand new case, And then you walk into the little showroom right there in the front. There's two or three more of those walking showcases. And then they got the Bear and Son cabinet. They got the Cobra Techs up there. They got the big showcase that's got all the GECs and all. So when I go down there, it's a blur. And then you walk in the back there in the new room where the studio is located, and whatever collection they just got in is back there. And Billy Ray, when he buys, he'll go buy, say, 300 to 500 knives, and I'll go back there and I'm just like, like, blah, 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 I'm going, whoa, man, because it's hard for me to calculate eliminate and segregate all them knives. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, guys, I've been on here for an hour. I'm so thankful for this community, for all y'all. Y'all all, Ted Hart, you're a blessing. Nate, your content, even though I don't comment on every video because most of the time I don't know what to say or how to say it, but I'm always lurking. You always get a like out of me, if nothing else. A while ago we had Drew in here. Respect him a lot. Y'all know I got my boys, Aaron Williams and HT and the Knife Doctor, and man, just to hear my name come out of these people's mouths, it just blows my mind. Thank you, Nate. 2 years ago, I was a 340-pound man laying in a bed, eating cheese puffs, watching the Knife Doctor, drinking root beer. I got up, went to the bathroom, came back, sit out on the edge of my bed, and I heard Deep South Cutlery come out of Kevin Bentley's mouth. Didn't have any idea that Billy Ray Bond had a store, a knife shop. Now I had my knives now. I've got, I show y'all my lockers before with all my knives in them. I've got thousands, and I mean it. Thank you, Ted. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. I have thousands of knives. That's why I'm trying to sell some. Not because I need the money, not because I need anything. I just have too many knives. I buy knives, I see something I like, I buy it, I coon finger it, I love on it, I give it, I either restore it, and then I sell it, I trade it, or I give it away. But the next thing I'm watching the Knife Doctor, go down to Deep South, and then the Knife Doctor I started looking around and, listening to what he said. That put me on to HT. Him and HT did a trade. So I start watching HT. Next thing you know, he's talking about Aaron Williams. So I'm watching Aaron Williams. And then the next thing you know, I'm watching Ted Hart, man, and being loved on by Ted Hart. Somebody, that I've never, I feel like I know him very well, man. He's a very noble Christian gentleman that when he talks about his father, man, you can hear the compassion. This is the kind of stuff this community means to me, guys. I don't want to sit here and get any more wishy-washy and talk stuff about all this. I want all of y'all to know how much I truly, truly appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank you, Nate. I really appreciate y'all, and I don't know. All I can tell y'all is that Jesus Christ is Lord of my life. Y'all always keep a Band-Aid handy, and remember rule number 9. Now, Jethro Gibbs on NCIS always said carry a knife, but I always say carry a sharp knife, because there's no need having a knife if it's dull. It's a tool. It's a cutting tool, and it's something that every man, everybody pulls their pants on and calls themselves a man, should have a pocket knife. Okay? That's just how I feel about it. This time of year, if you see me, I got a pocket knife, I got my chapstick, and I got my car keys. And normally got a handkerchief somewhere. So, and that's how I roll, guys. My daddy raised me to be a Southern gentleman. I try to do that. I try to be a Southern gentleman. So, I'm going to sign off now. Rule number 9, guys. I love y'all.